Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing Attack on Titan. This is Season 1, Episode 24. Last time around, we talked a lot about it. It was a whole episode focused on Annie. And we just got to that point, theory-wise, theorizing like about who the female Titan could be. And we were like, it's probably Annie. And then that episode definitely confirmed it.
Yeah.
And it ended with, like, they were trying to hold her down. Like, they had this whole plan, and we definitely want to know more about what went on, leading up to them doing that, making that plan, the Survery Corps, and if they arranged it with the military police. But yeah, hopefully we're going to get that information.
We also didn't talk about the reason Armin figured it out was because she had Marco's gear.
That's true,
and
yeah.
Marco died. Like, nobody saw him die.
Yes.
And it was not by... like Titan.
And you actually, I'm gotta give credit to you, because you thought something was off about that when it happened, and I kind of brushed it off as, well, like, if there aren't any witnesses, it's probably just because the witnesses died as well. Like, you can't always...
Or the witnesses are traitors.
that was it. Anywho, they had this whole plan going on, and they were trying to lure her down into, like, the underground, where they were building an underground city at some point, but trying to get her down there. She would not go, even though Eren was using the power of intense yelling to, like, compel her down there. Didn't happen. And then we saw, like, there were people from the Survey Corps on the buildings and everywhere, and they started running in and trying to hold her down. Too fucking late. She turned into a female Titan, and that's where the episode ended. So what the fuck is gonna happen now? We got 2 episodes left for this, like, the first season. How is it going to end? Are you all right?
The power of yelling compels you. The power of yelling compels you. Sorry.
It's all right. I could just see something was going on up there.
I'm having so much fun, and I'm so tired.
All right, then we better just jump into the episode, unless you have anything.
No.
All right, let's do it. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions, where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment, where we are several episodes ahead. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. And let's go. Mercy. Several days earlier.
So
okay, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
エレビンの野郎どもまたせやがって大方クソがなかなか出なくて困ってんだろうな
兵長今日はよく喋りますね
バカ言え俺はもともと結構喋る
What alternate reality?
俺があの時選択を間違わなければこんなことには
結果は誰にもわからんと
女型の巨人と思わしき人物を見つけた。今度こそ確実に捕らえる。作戦の決行は明後日。場所は我々が王都に召喚される途中で通過するストヘス区だ。ひいては人類滅亡の色が濃厚となる。我々はこの作戦に全てをかける。
Fucking no pressure.
それで肝心の目標はストヘス区にいることは確実なんですか？
ああ、目標は憲兵団に所属している。それを割り出したのはアルミンだ。曰く女型は生け捕りにした2体の巨人を殺した犯人と思われ、君たち104期訓練兵の同期である可能性がある。
ちょっと待ってください。
Put 2 and 2 together.
兄、レオンハート。
Jesus fuck.
私たちはこれからどうすればいい？とりあえず3班と合流して地上に出て、あとは二次作戦の通りに兄と女型の巨人と戦う。
Oh fuck. Plan B it is.
一条核は失敗したのか？
失敗しました。次の作戦に移行してください。
Don't stand under the... Yeah.
女型のやつ、エレンは死んでもいいっていうの。かけた。めちゃくちゃだけどこうなったら手強い。兄は死に物狂いでエレンを奪うつもりだ。
What about the rest?
ずっとここにいてもいつ踏み潰されるかわからない。
俺が何とかする。あの時大砲防いだみてえにこっちに来い。行くぞ 離れんなよ。
Stay close. Eren. I'm not sure.
またかよ。そんな。
目的がしっかりないと
Mhm.
巨人になれないんだっけ。もう一度イメージしよう。強く。
やってるけど。
It's really not easy to bite through your own skin.
まさかこの後に及んで兄が女型の巨人なのは気のせいかもしれないなんて思ってるの。
俺はやってるだろ。兄が女型の巨人なんでそう思うんだよ、アルミ。
女型の巨人は最初からエレンの顔を知っていた。それに同期しか知らないはずのエレンのあだ名死に急ぎ野郎に反応を見せた。
Damn, I mean, you really are smart.
あの時兄が出したのはマルコのだ。だから追及を逃れることができた。
それはもう分かった。他に根拠はないのか。
兄は女型と顔が似てると私は思います。
は？どうすんだよ、兄じゃなかったら。
兄じゃなかったら兄の疑いが晴れるだけ。そうなったら兄には悪いと思うよ。女型の巨人と格闘戦を交えたのなら兄独特の技術を目にしたりはしなかったの。
Yep, yeah.
分かってるんでしょう。女型の巨人が
All the clues, they were there.
Yeah.
You just had to pick up on them.
作戦を考えた。僕とミカサがあの穴と元の入り口から同時に出る。そうすれば兄はどちらかに対応する。その隙にエレンは兄がいない方から逃げて。
What about the other one?
ミカサ、アルミ。なんでお前らは戦えるんだよ。
仕方ないでしょ。世界は残酷なんだから。
Alright, Eren. She went for him instead? Shit. Armin. Oh.
兄、あんたにエレンは渡さない。今助ける。
Ah, fuck.
護衛班、ここはいい。状況を見てこい。
了解です。
Oh no.
ナイル、すぐに全兵を派兵しろ。巨人が出現したと考えるべきだ。何を言ってる。ここはウォールシーナだぞ。
待て、動くな、イエガー。
変装ごっこはもう終わりだ。
二度とその名前で呼ぶなよ。
団長、俺も行きます。装備は第4班から受け取れ。
威勢がいいのはいいが、死なねえ工夫は忘れんなよ。
はい。
Nice.
おい、エルビン。
Oh, he's gonna go in.
動ける者は全員続け。
What?
貴様のやっていることは王政に対する明らかな反逆行為だ。
ナイル、てめえの脳みそはその薄らひげみてえにスカスカか。何が起きてるかもわからねえらしいな。
おい、あれ巨人だよ。
お、なんで。
Yeah, they're not used to fighting titans.
俺だって本当はあっち側にいられたんじゃねえか。それがどうしちまったんだかな。
What the hell happened?
簡単には終わらせない。
Fuck.
エレン、お前ふざけんなよ。いつかお前に頼むって言ったはずよな。
Yes, there we go. Come on.
先にあいつをなんとかしねえと。
何も捨てることができない人には何も変えることはできない。化け物をしのぐために必要なら人間性さえ捨てる。
I still don't necessarily agree with that, but I get how it can be useful in this situation.
今度こそ僕を殺さなきゃ。かけたのはここからだなんて馬鏡しみも言えなくなるぞ。
Oh,
アルミン、こっちだ。
Pose.
本隊長手が泳ぎすぎです
Oh. Same sort of equipment as they used in the forest. Plus, whoa. That. Whoa.
三次作戦なんて出番はないと思ってたけど
Plan C. Nice one.
さてといい子だからおとなしくするんだ
Don't get too close. Gee, okay. Alright, get close.
代わりに私が食ってあげるお前からほじくり返した情報をね
Ah, fuck.
さすがに罠の数が足りなかったか逃がすなおい
This is fucking insane.
思い出せ
Oh. Holy fuck, dude.
世界は残酷なんだ
Fucking here we go. Titan versus Titan. Boom.
Just gonna destroy everything.
Collateral damage. Yep,
Yep.
you're right. Fuck, I don't know if he can beat her though. Like, he really couldn't last time, and I don't expect he's gotten like a lot better since that. But then again, he also has a lot of, people to help him, like the Survery Corps, hopefully going to help him out. So it's going to be like a joint effort there between Eren and all the others to take her down. Yeah, we'll see. But that was episode 24. Just like we talked about, we actually did get to sort of go back in time a little bit, just a few days, and we got the whole planning process, at least from the side of like the Survey Corps. And it also seems like if this was a Survey Corps plan, it's their raid on this Stohess district on the way to the capital. And the military police doesn't necessarily know a lot about it. That was quite evident, towards the end, with all those people kind of aiming their rifles at Erwin, being like, "Oh, this is treason" and whatnot. And it definitely didn't seem like the military police, they were being all too competent at this whole situation. But it's also because, well, they don't usually deal with Titans. They don't deal with. They don't have to do a lot like that. We got that in the previous episode, at least, seeing them like selling weapons on the black market and just being sort of lazy and leaving everything up to the rookies and just bossing them around, being real fucking assholes, a lot of them. So I don't have too much faith in the military police to do anything here, really.
No.
But I did really like, going back, seeing the whole planning process, and then the jumping back and forth between that and the present with Eren, Armin, and Mikasa at first trying to figure out how to get out from the underground and how to motivate Eren to become a Titan again, because that was an issue once again. And I get it has a lot to do with like his mental state, I would say, or at least what he's thinking and how he's rationalizing things, and him being unsure about hurting Annie, because that it really hit him hard that Annie was the one, and he really wanted to not believe that at first. But it's kind of hard to not believe when he turns into a Titan in front of you, but he was still conflicted.
Yeah, I think actually Eren's situation here just mirrors whatever I went through when thinking about whether it was Annie or not. And when we talked about it off screen.
Oh yeah.
And when we first talked about, hey, it could be Annie. And the way I was just like, no, it can't be Annie because I like her.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's definitely hard to. I think many of us have tried a situation where we saw a person that we really cared for or really liked, that somehow they turned out to be not the way we expected them.
Yeah, and then you can kind of get into a place of like a denial.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes
It's like,
you're like-
no, that's not. Or if you ever heard about something that one of your very good friends did, and you're just like, no, that's not my friend. That's not how they usually are. And it's like, yes, but that friend did it. And
Yes.
then at first you're in denial, and hopefully sometime you'll come around to see that that it's actually them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's Eren did get around to, at least like in the end, he became a Titan again and powered through it. And his ability to just endure pain is fucking incredible. And of course, Armin also had a lot to do with that. Both Armin and Mikasa, how they were talking to Eren and trying to gauge like where he was mentally and all that. And Armin is I like Armin a lot, and he is quite clever and strategic. Like good at figuring stuff out. And I said it during the episode, and I've said it before. I don't necessarily agree sometimes with his the way he's saying things. It can be a little bit black and white sometimes, where it's like, well, if you forgo your humanity and become a monster to fight a monster, that's not always just like the straight up answer. Like you can only succeed if you're willing to sacrifice your humanity. Like it becomes a little bit, yeah, I wouldn't say that's applicable in every situation. I can definitely, like, I can see, of course, just like logically, if you forgo all emotions and all attachments, then you can get shit done. But if you lose your humanity in the process, you might lose yourself and all. Like we've seen that in many stories. So
yeah. It's a classical war thing as well, that you just have to desensitize.
Yeah, but without necessarily losing yourself along the way.
But a lot of people do, is what I meant.
Yeah,
Like,
yes,
the-
it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, that you desensitize completely, and in that desensitization,
Doing that.
doing that,
Yes.
you happen to lose your humanity. I remember I back in gym. No.
High school-ish.
High school-ish. I read this short story about a boy in Australia, and how it was like a coming to age thing, about how he was supposed to shoot kangaroos, because they're actually vermin in
like that.
Australia. Yeah, so people hunt them for sport.
Yeah.
And it was like this whole process that this boy was sent hunting for the first time with some guy, and you felt this desensitization throughout the story.
Okay, he got more.
And he lost like.
I can't even say the word.
No, exactly. It's a hard word to say, apparently. But throughout the story, you just experience this loss of humanity in this boy.
Yes.
And it's really hard to. Yeah, it's a hard process, and I think it's somewhere near impossible not to lose at least a sliver of humanity in that process.
Yes, but if you can hold on to it, I would say that definitely that's a strength right there, and you should try to hold on to your humanity. But it is difficult. Like there's no like right or wrong answer. That's what I mean with it. It's just sometimes with Armin, it's just when he's saying stuff like that, it seems so. This is how the world is, black and white. There's no two ways about it. If you do this, you will succeed. If you don't do it, you will fail. Where it's not that black and white necessarily, but I do understand what he's saying, and the simplicity of his words did help Eren at this point, because just letting facing an issue or a problem, it gets easier to handle if it is more simple, if you can make it more simplistic in your own head as well. And I think that's what happened with Eren, and that's how he arrived at that point in the end with him becoming a Titan. I don't know if this necessarily is the right decision to do, but I have to do something, and Armin is right. I have to make the sacrifice here, sort of a thing. So yeah, I did get it. Was expecting for Levi to help out, but of course I just totally
Probably
forgot.
the next one.
Maybe, perhaps, probably in the next one he's gonna have to do something. But at least for now, like I just forgot that he actually got injured with his leg there, and that's probably why he can't really do anything right now, and he's just hanging back.
And that's why Irvin took over.
And that might be why Erwin decided to put on his maneuver gear and spring into action, although he's still getting like the people from the military police with the rifles. It seemed like they were still he was still there at that point when Eren became a Titan. But yeah, now we're getting into the very last episode of the first season, a fight between Titans, and the Survery Corps included. I'm sort of expecting for there to be some sort of twist to just come out of nowhere, and then we're either gonna end on a big cliffhanger for the entire season, or it's gonna be like a whole new element that's gonna be introduced that's gonna like catapult us into season 2, where we're gonna sort of wrap the Annie stuff up like early in the episode, and they're gonna defeat her, and they're gonna think that, okay, boom, victory for humanity, and then something else is going to happen at the very end that's going to be like, oh, so that's what we're getting into with season 2. Here's a whole new problem, or here's a whole new issue that we didn't know about. Or maybe they're actually going to round it off in a way where you feel some sort of like, this was a success, victory for humanity, going in on a more hopeful note to season 2. We'll see. It's probably getting ahead of myself here.
I don't think it's gonna go down nice and easy. I think we're gonna have some sort of huge thing, because they want to have people come around for the second
there's gonna be
right?
something that it's gonna carry over from the first one to the second one. But I think unless you have anything else for this episode, one thing,
Irvin can get it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm swooning a bit over him. It's like every time I see his big bushy eyebrows, I'm just like
him being so serious and
sigh.
I also really like Sean in this episode. He's always great, and Mako, the whole like everything that happened with Mako, and that becoming important once again. So that it continues to be like a through line, and especially for Sean as well. Like he even, when he tried to get Eren up, like mentioned Mako again a couple of times.
Kind of broke a little bit there.
Yeah. But that's going to do it for this reaction and review of Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 24. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. Bye.
Bye. Sorry.